Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the W.E.Pods podcast. My name is Amanda, and as always, I'm joined by the one and only Dr. Art. Hi, Dr. Art.
Hi, Amy.
Are you ready to get into our topic today?
Definitely.
So, I think we've been on a journey so far this season uh, through many different topics that kind of explore the same theme, right? Knowing yourself, being real. So this one's very interesting to me because we're going to talk about celebrities today, folks, but not like we're not TMZ. All respect, no shade. We're not TMZ, but I think that you can tell me if you agree, Dr. Art, or how you see it, but I've noticed that like from childhood until I don't know now, and I'm not going to tell people my age, uh, the world has become more obsessed with
You are
celebrities.
young.
Like
That you can say.
my grandmother would call me a spring chicken. um, but yeah, like do you agree? Like, have you seen the world become more obsessed with celebrities, or is it just my perspective? Sometimes I don't know if it's like as you age, you see things differently. Um, I feel like I have evidence to support this theory. What's your take on this? Are we too obsessed
Yeah.
with celebrities? Has it grown, like in like since you were a
So,
child to now?
so it's partially right, but see, we think that it's a modern phenomena, celebrity culture. But earlier also, it was like people were obsessed with king, the historic figures like king, queen, warriors, religious figures, the artists, the performers. But recently, because the technology has evolved, because of the social media and very fast, getting updated fast, it has become more evident, I think. And it is now we are able to. Earlier it was there, but we didn't have anything to see, or it will travel slowly. Now it has become so fast that it is very evident. So I think it's not
Mm.
a very recent thing, but it is there been since a long time.
Mm. I agree with you that it's not recent. I certainly like would say that the same amount of interest. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game with
Yeah,
celebrities,
it's
right?
like a
It's
social
it,
media has given us access, very easy access to celebrity life. So that's why
yeah,
it's more becoming blooming more, we can say.
yeah. I would say that it's not the amount, it's the how, and it's the what we expect from celebrities. So let's kind of peel back the layers because you introduced social media.
Yeah.
The difference between childhood and now, like the difference over time, over like let's say the last 3 to 4 decades, even introduction of social media, introduction of reality TV, introduction of um, this sort of what's it called, parasocial relationship,
Yeah.
which I think if people have not seen the movie Fan, that the SRK movie, it really explores that kind of obsession uh, that some people have. I'm not saying everybody's obsessed with celebrities, but
Yeah.
uh, it explores that parasocial relationship really, really well. Um, Also, I do love SRK, so I'm calling myself out as like being celebrity obsessed a little bit, but certainly not to the extent that Fan was. Um, uh, but I think like so no, so the difference being, sorry, I'll sum up my point here. When I was younger, I could only see celebrities on TV or in the movies. If there was like a red carpet or like a film festival and you wanted to go and show up, or they were doing like an interview. Like I remember even one time I went to Much Music, which is like a MTV in Canada, and just to see like a band that I really liked perform and be interviewed. And I was nowhere near them, but I was in the same space as them, so that was really cool. And you know what I mean? You got to see them behind the scenes. Now that's kind of like part and parcel and expected, I would say, because we have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You have to be on all of them. We need to see the behind the scenes. We need to know, you know what I mean, what you feel about world events. What's your take on this? And people will expect this of celebrities in certain professions and in certain like status. That's what I see as being different, and I guess that's why I was calling it more. But it's an interesting relation that you make to like back in the day, back in the day that we weren't there for, kings and sages, and like there has always been this sort of celebrity idea and like imposed status, I guess, and obsession from the people. Um, how do you see social media and reality TV changing this conversation of our obsession with celebrity? And do you agree that in like this parasocial kind of relationship that a lot of people seem to find themselves in with their favorite, I don't know, pop star, actor, XYZ?
Yeah. So in simpler word, this parasocial you are saying is like we know everything about them, their favorite food, their favorite hotel, their favorite dress, their favorite color, but they
Yes.
know nothing about us. And it's
Yeah.
okay till the extent if you are just, in a uh, safer zone. But if you are obsessed, like if you think that, imagine SRK, we take the example, we both are the big fan. He might not
Yeah.
know us also, but if someone says something to SRK, we will like literally fans, run. They literally have a war on the social media for the is favorite celebrity, and that celebrity might not have the idea. So that's how we are connected to the this kind of obsession, we can call it. But I would suggest, rather than just coming back to your question, TV and all, what I feel is the psychology stays behind this the same. Like, because what I think is, we are a human being who likes story culture. Every since the beginning, story has been, if you give me news, I will not use it, I'll not see it, might. But if I turn news also into a story, like this person was there, it has happened with them, this blah blah blah, and then that will catch my attention. So this reality TV and all has narrated and make a characters like that, that we will be hooked to that. And
Mm-hmm.
that way, we the normal person who was like, if you see the reality TV show, the normal person who was nothing now has become a celebrity because of that reality show, and people starts following that person. So that's how it
Yeah.
gets our attention, and that's how they make us interested and get us hooked onto that.
Yeah. Well, and I think I feel like what's behind all of it is money. Like, think about Big Boss, or here it's Big Brother. How many advertisements are like embedded? I think I counted it once, and it was like 8 different product placements that weren't even being used. It was just like provided in the background of the house, which isn't a house; it's a set, and there's
Yeah, yeah.
cameras everywhere. And that's just one
So
example of a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
reality show.
yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like these shows building on that idea of like storytelling. You're right. We're storytelling is
Agreed.
the
But
most powerful way to get a message
money
across.
is there, I agree, but money is the outcome of that, how they are taking. Like, even if we know this, there are people who will see that, there are people who will see those products, and there are people who will buy those products even after knowing
Mm.
this, because they have psychologically, that has become normalized or accepted in their own culture or social circle, that this is good, this celebrity is using it, so we will also use it, kind of
But
thing.
the products aren't the point. That's not what I was going to
Yeah.
say. So the products are part of it. But what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
say is
definitely.
knowing
Yeah.
that we're obsessed with story and we're a storytelling culture, and this idea of a celebrity being someone who's familiar to us, people who want to make money are now packaging that idea, and a reality show or a social media influencer even is the perfect package to then sell that to you. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all about money on all sides, but
No, no.
the
Main motto is
obsession is
everywhere money only. It's
fueled
a
by that.
business, actually, if you
Yeah.
see.
This
How much is the
100%.
harsh reality is that we have to accept the ultimate outcome is the money only.
Yeah.
Everybody is a
Yeah.
businessman. That's why they are doing it. They are making the show. They are running the show, and we are watching the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
because
And
we
now
are
it's like they can stay
yeah,
in front of you all the time, right? So they can
yeah,
walk with you. So every day you can get views, you can get hits, that'll lead to more this, more that. I'm not like there's a lighter side to this. I want to explore this side of it first, but um I feel like this obsession, I always think of like the next generation and like what are they going to think? Because if we grew up with social media being very new and we look back now and think, "Oh, I don't think I would have done these things. I don't know if I would have, been so trusting of it." It's
yeah,
worth thinking that about celebrity culture as well, and like reality TV, I feel like is a really uh it's a for me it's always been a very interesting commentary on society. Like from the get-go is how we can be so obsessed and be so embedded in this. And i I feel like uh it really changed how celebrities interact with people too, because reality TV doesn't always have like quote celebrities on it. It's regular people, and I'm using air quotes here. And
that's
then
what I'm trying to tell
there's a
you, that
celebrity
not
version.
necessarily we need a
Mhm.
celebrity, we need that concept of celebrity. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that they are
Yeah,
selling us
yeah,
that concept, and we, because we are psychologically drawn to it, because of the our, like, we try to connect, people try to connect their insecurities, their success, their desires, their they want to be acknowledged or being part of the group. They want to have the sense of belonging somewhere, so all these things play different role. And even scandals, if you see, people are more interested about someone else's divorce or someone else's some scandal, because something called negativity bias, like we are drawn to negativity. If we see, and there are some people who might be like, if they think celebrity is some perfect figure, they don't understand that it's a curated live, whatever the personality is curated, they are not 100% showing the real self, as we talked about
yeah,
earlier also. So this,
yeah.
even if they say that and they feel that, oh, they are human only, they are making mistake, so they feel okay about their, because they themselves have a low self esteem. So this kind
Hmm.
of things, they play with us on this whole packaging, and then they sell us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I completely agree. And it's so this idea of celebrity being anybody. I also feel like it pushes the more traditional idea of a celebrity to try harder at these things, like that
Yeah,
celebrities get TikToks, or celebrities
yeah,
like I'm talking like actors or musicians, let's say, will then go and be interviewed by that influencer that has the, what I mean, the hit podcast or whatever, because they want to align themselves with this person now. And I guess that's
yeah,
kind of natural. Like that's just, again, business or how it works. But um it for me it's like I feel like hold on, I gotta look at my notes because I don't want to I don't want to go too far off the rails here. But when you're talking about that we're drawn to negativity, uh, I think that there's a lot of examples of that, and it's also even for some people how they got their popularity was through a scandal that was um, not fabricated, but like you're getting like 30% of the story. I'm not going to name names and keep it suspense. You can guess in the comments, folks, who I'm talking about. But there's a few people who have kind of made their name or got their start, and it was born out of a scandal. And then there's been a few examples recently of, and this is, I guess, getting to the lighter side of it, the truth, because the truth will always come out, right? And the truth will always be there. People can try to control the media and try to control the channels so maybe we don't see it all the time, but it's there. And I've seen a couple of examples of like the breaking through that facade, that someone's trying to control a narrative and it like backfires and blows up in their face. And then everybody, as soon as that happens, as soon as you're exposed as like a liar, uh, people, whether or not they want negativity or not, nobody stands for that. So I guess that's like the other side of being shown everybody's life all of the time and being obsessed with celebrities, is then you get close enough to them that they lose the control of the narrative and you just kind of see who they really are. And um, the other thing I wanted to say about that other side of it is, in selling stories, it's not always negative, right? Like there's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
definitely.
examples of
So
people
l-
with
yeah,
positive stories or with good messages, right? Uh,
you can learn
Go ahead.
from them. Like as a kid, when I used to watch TV, I used to see movies or the shows which was played that time on TV. I learned so many good things from that. I learned communication. I learned the how to be a good person from the characters. We can there is a positive side to it also. And if the story, like if they can become successful, it can be a positive enforcement to our brain also, that we also have the chance, equal chance, if we properly do the our work, if we pour our passion, some hard work, then we can also be the equally. It's not, I'm not talking about celebrity, but we can also get the success in our desired field.
Yep. Yep. So I like that you're kind of tying it into like our season theme, right? Everybody is in their own way. Like
We
we're
are celebrity of
responsible
our
for
own
our
life, actually.
this, and we're responsible for our own actions and our own interactions and getting our own lessons out of it. Like
Yeah.
even Shivam is a public figure. He makes music, and his message is constantly about telling the truth, about trying to be a good person, the difference between a nice person and a good, not Mr. Nice Guy, I'm a good guy. That whole song is about not being fake and just smiling for the camera, but actually like trying to be a decent person, which sometimes means that um, you have to stand up to somebody, and maybe you're not able to engage in that polite culture that I know Canada is all about, because we get it from England. I guess I'm calling out two countries here, but it is really just the truth. Um, I can't even say it without smiling because I'm born in Canada, and it's like ingrained in me that
Their
I must
condition.
smile while I
Yeah.
say, yeah, like I have to smile while I say these things. I can't just like make a straight face and be like, actually, it's kind of annoying, um, which is sometimes what I want to do. See, I even did the nervous laugh. I'm calling myself out big time, but because we're responsible for our own behaviors. Let me ask you one more thing, because I feel like there's so much we could talk about, and I really just wanted to start a
We have less
conversation and
time.
put this out there. Yeah, what I wanted to ask you is, do you think it's fair that we ask public figures to have an opinion on world events, like like wars or politics? We trot out celebrities at election time to perform. We ask them to take a side on whatever war is happening, or we ask them to be political in their art. uh, do you think it's fair that like to hold people accountable to this, or to like use that celebrity and have that sort of interaction? What do you think?
I think it's their own personal choice on that. But yeah, people utilize that as a vote banker. Like the for celebrity fans will follow to the same, or whatever they say regarding the war, they'll be judged to that. We just have to take it as it is. If they are giving an opinion, it's their opinion. It should not, you should think your own opinion rather than just by being fan follow the blindly. That's what I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, like
And
maybe.
and if
Mhm.
there is a big debate, I saw in India, there is like tobacco is uh, uh, widely distributed, and so many celebrities are being like they are being questioned for promoting those products. So what I feel is, both way, it can be right on both of the point. But what I feel is right, if tobacco is so bad and if you feel that they should not promote it, then even government should take some action and not sell this product. They are being sold openly, no one is questioning them. But just because these are public figure, we are questioning them because we can.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
it
maybe
can.
it's
Yeah.
a bit unfair to put that influence solely on them. Like maybe just
Yes,
because
they
somebody's
have
trotted out
responsibility. I'm not
to.
denying they don't have responsibility, but they are not the
Yeah.
solely responsible person. There are hidden figures who are creating all this scenario and doing things. But we should question both of them, not only one.
Yeah. Yeah, and we should question the people buying the tobacco. Maybe don't buy the tobacco. Maybe do your own research. If so and
Yeah.
so is saying such and such about whatever world event, instead of
And we live in a golden
jumping
era
to a
that we have
reaction
research online. We have
at your
so many
fingertips. Yeah,
apps. We have AI now, which will make your,
yeah,
earlier you had to go to the newspaper room, the library to do the research. Then came the
yeah,
internet. You had to type and search the paper. Now it's just AI. There are so many apps which will compile and give you the evidence.
yeah. And that certainly simplifies things because you can, let's say you decide to ask AI, and then all you have to do is fact check AI's answer, because AI is
Yeah.
I mean, we already had this conversation, but AI just wants to agree with you all the time. So I feel like
Yeah. No,
it's an
it's
unreliable
not. I'm not
narrator.
asking
But
directly to AI.
yeah,
There are apps available who piles up
yeah,
the research paper done in the asked question.
yeah,
There are consensus, and there are few apps which piles up the actual research being done, and they, from that research, they compile the data and give you the result.
yeah, yeah. And depending on how much interest you take in that topic, then you can go and look at those
Yeah.
root sources. But it helps you kind of aggregate it. I like that answer. I think that it's kind of like, it's not fair. It's fair as much as it is not fair, because
Fair.
what's unfair about it is to place the burden solely on the shoulder of the spokesperson. It's like shooting the messenger, right?
Yeah.
That saying. Uh, um, and it reminds me of like the main thing that I wanted to get across is just that, like, people are just people. Like,
People.
SRK is somebody's son, you know what I mean? Somebody's husband, somebody's father, somebody's brother, people's friend. He's all of those roles too. My
Why
father
don't
was
we
a
learn how
contractor.
good he is with
Yeah,
people? Why don't we learn how he behaves with women? Why don't we learn how good things he does, how hard work or how passionate he is about his acting and his work? We can learn good things from good any person. Everybody is unique.
yeah,
You have different abilities, I have different abilities, and we all are equally important. And unless and
exactly.
until we understand that, we
Yeah.
are going to keep falling into this loop, and people are going to be benefited from that.
Yeah. And we could also learn from what Kendrick says about turning the TV off. It's okay to not learn a thing about them except for their work. Like, my
Yeah.
father was a really great contractor, and you can see his work because he built things. But people don't go, oh, but it was built by this guy, and I know all of these
Yeah.
facts about his life. Like, I think I saw a singer say that her father was a plumber, and she's like, nobody asks about him, but everybody wants to know like what I wore last Tuesday, and it's
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
because it is
So
normalized, no, it has given the importance of uh, in our mind, that that is very important. What they wear, what they present, what is this outside beauty, the aesthetic standard, all these are normalized by all this, from the beginning till now. So if the hard work, or like even if the laborer does the hard work, not only contractor, the one who lays the brick also has the equally important, but no one is asking them.
mhm, mhm,
So
yep,
it's like,
yep,
what we normalize becomes our celebrity standards. That's what I feel. And people
yep.
do such, and the if you understand that there is no publicity is negative publicity. Like even negative publicity, people sell things.
Well,
They
yeah,
become
that's what we were
famous for
talking
that.
about Scandal.
Yeah.
That's what we
So
were
it's
talking
like,
about Scandal,
that's what,
and
how much we are
yeah.
drawn to what is normalized in the society.
Hmm. Well, but I think the best point that you said is about self responsibility, and I think that's where we'll end the conversation. Is just that we're responsible for ourselves, right? So
Yeah.
knowing you and your role, you get to engage with it as much as you want, and and uh, I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning what you're seeing and questioning why it's being shown to you, uh,
Yeah.
and and to never stop learning from all of it, all of it, because the moment we become passive is the moment that we get sucked into the
The
matrix.
loop.
And I don't
Yeah.
mean that in like a conspiracy theory way.
No, no, no.
uh, Dr. Art, this is a really good discussion. I foresee a part two in some form. But folks, if you're still with us, we want to know what you think about this too, because I'm assuming you have a POV on this, and I'd love to hear it in the comments. But for now, we will say goodbye. So say goodbye, Dr. Hart. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
4 for my city. No, I'm the one who'd go to war for my city. 5 for my city. 6 is my city. Holla at me if y'all vibe with my city. Come try on my city. Don't you lie in my city. Symbol of truth. I'll fight for my city.
The West East podcast is part of the We campaign, also known as Anti-East Indian Hate Campaign by Vairagya Entertainment. You can weigh in on the conversation in the meantime in our comments section or on our social media. You can also visit www.imshivam.net/w.e. Remember, Vasudev Kutumbakam. We are all one family. Until next time.